Good morning, everybody. Today I am with Kathy Winghart here. So, Kathy, what is your job and your title?
Okay, I am the Brookings High School Orchestra Director, and also vocal assistant. I help out with some of the choir things here, and then I also go over and I do some fourth grade lessons over at Camelot for orchestra. So,
and there's a lot of lessons. I feel like you teach a bunch over there.
There's
at
yes, yeah, yeah. Camelot is a lot of students in strings, which is wonderful, and yeah, Mr. Bakken needs his help, so I go over and help him in the afternoons.
How many years have you been here in Brookings?
This is my 9th year teaching in the district. Yeah.
And so I want to talk about the program real quick. I know that we talked to John last week about orchestra there, and this program started small. And it's not been that many years.
Yeah.
So tell us what the progression there.
Actually, I got hired, and the program actually, they almost got rid of it completely.
Okay.
And so when I came in, there was maybe 40 students in the district.
Total
across the board. And there wasn't anyone at the high school at the time. Okay. And so the summer before I started, I came in and I called students that had been in orchestra over the years, and we were able to recruit 3.
Okay.
For my first year, so we had 3 students in the high school orchestra.
That's okay. You guys start.
And we had to start, and it was a fabulous core group. They were strong players and just great leadership people that, and it just kept growing year after year after year. I think we were up to 7 the year after that, and then we went to up to 20 some. And then, we're at 105 now.
Which is just the high school.
It's just the high school.
Which is great. There's 2 groups, right?
There's 2 groups.
Okay.
Yep. We just can't fit 105 in the room at one time.
Yes. And and this has been over a 9-year period,
9-year period, yeah.
So, which is amazing, even statistically, nationally, that you start with just 3, and now, not even 10 years later, you're at 105 in the high school alone. And I know that our orchestra, between John having over 200, and I know Laura over at the middle school has over 100 over there.
Oh, she's close to 200 as well.
Which
it's total, there's over 550 in the district, 550 students.
In just
the district,
orchestra.
Orchestra.
Which is, but is amazing. It's very amazing.
It's awesome.
So when, as an orchestra conductor, what inspired you to go into this field?
Well, I started in accounting.
So definitely the pathway to orchestra conducting.
Actually, when I started college, I hadn't joined orchestra, and I wasn't doing anything music. And about a month into college, I got a phone call, and the orchestra director at University Wisconsin-Whitewater, she called me, and she's like, I hear you play violin. I don't know how she found this out.
Okay.
But she's like, I hear you play violin, and we need some more violinists. Will you please come play with us? And I was like, well, okay, sure, I'll come play with you. Yeah. And a couple weeks later, I'm like, I'm changing my major. I don't know why I'm doing accounting. It was not where I needed to be. And so I went into music, and I Okay, so I chose violin. Well, I did lessons in violin and piano and voice, all 3. And then I transferred down to Missouri, and they didn't have an orchestra at Northwest Missouri State, and I was so sad when I got there. And
That's a pretty big university.
And it is a big, and they do have one now, which is awesome. Sure. So I was there, but I got to do a lot of things still with my violin because nobody else played. And so, you were asked to play on senior recitals and for events and theater in the pit,
Lots of different activities.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, as a violinist, it's not just playing your instrument.
No.
There's so many other opportunities that require
opportunities
ensembles and orchestras and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And so I actually studied voice.
Okay.
And that was my emphasis down, and then I graduated. So that was what my degree was in, and then this job came open, and I had lots of friends who's like, you should consider applying. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I should. And I kind of pondered on it for about 2 months, and then I applied, and here we are.
Nice.
9 years later.
with an amazing orchestra program here that just keeps growing.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to see Brookings, even with our small town, being able to have the amount of students that we have involved in the arts.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. I'm glad they can have that experience, because when I was in high school, we did not have an orchestra, and so it's really cool. It's really cool.
So, do you have a favorite artists that you listen to? And it doesn't have to be orchestra based.
Oh, well, Jim Brickman is really good. He's a piano player. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I do know who he is. Yeah.
Piano guys are awesome.
They are good. They weren't the ones that came here recently, were they? No, there was a group of pianists that came in that did that kind of.
Well, the piano guys, it's a piano and a cello.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're great. They're just great. And then this last weekend at Allstate, we saw the group Simply Three.
Okay.
They're out of Arizona, and it's a violinist and a cello and a bass, and they're pretty good. They do a lot of covers, but they do a lot of original music that they write as well. So
I feel like lately there's been such a, with social media and the internet, there's been such an upsurge in just groups that maybe you would not have heard of. There are so many amazing musicians nationally that you can hear now that you might not have been able to get that opportunity before.
And Frank Sinatra's always
good
of
course.
Too. And pentatonics. So that satisfies my vocal side as well of my life.
That's so.
Yeah.
When if somebody was going to go into kind of this field of either teaching or into music or orchestra, stuff like that, what's a piece of advice that you'd be able to give them?
Follow your passion.
Okay.
And try to get as many experiences as you possibly can in many areas. If it's in a small group of musicians or in a large ensemble, and try different areas of music, vocals or band and orchestra, all of them. I think all those experiences will grow it helps you grow as a person, as a musician, and you'll find, what's that thing that just sparks that most happiness, and passion.
And I would say even for, and I'm sure as a teacher you would encourage it too, you don't have to be wanting to be a music major later on to be able to participate in all of these things.
Exactly.
Like it can be just something that you love doing. Or maybe you love being a part of that group and want to have, I would always encourage kids to be in a band or an orchestra or a choir or something like that, and to continue that throughout their education, because and even further in life, it's such a good group either to feel good about yourself or to have something that you're passionate about that maybe it's not your profession but you still love it.
Exactly. It's no one can ever take that away from you. That music will always be with you. So
what's something that you do outside of the million things you do for the school that you love to do?
Spend time with family.
Okay.
I love it when we're all together. Yeah. I mean, my kids are growing up, and so they're often doing.
So besides spending, you spend time with family.
Spend time with family.
And I feel like, and we talked about this before, I feel like with musicians and artists and people involved in the fine arts, when you say free time,
there isn't much of it.
There's not a lot of it. Or if in your free time you're spending it doing things in the fine arts.
Yeah, I mean, because for me, music is fun.
Right.
You're living the dream every day. So, your time is spent still doing other music things.
And that's one of the great things about the arts, too, is
Or theater, in the summer, the community theater, and that's just, it's fun. It fills your cup.
Well, and speaking of that, so you do orchestra.
Yep.
And then all of the lessons.
Yep.
In the summer, you do what, though?
I worked, 8 years now with community theater. And so I had been music directing, and in the pit. And this last summer, I did music directing, but then I also was on stage as an actor. Yes. So that was a new adventure. It was so much fun.
Have you decided what the play is this next summer? Or you got a big announcement date or something?
No,
like
it's Quack. Is it Quack? Is that what it's called? It's the story of the Ugly Duckling.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a musical with lots of kids.
Nice.
And stuff
well, that'll be good.
So
I know that a lot of my daughter's friends and stuff are always very excited to see what the theater is coming up.
Yeah.
So with the orchestra and with all the theater stuff, what do we need to know what's coming up?
Oh, Mary Poppins is opening very, very soon. It opens November 21st.
Okay.
And it's at 7 o'clock on the 21st and 7 o'clock again on the 22nd. And then a 2 p.m. matinee on the 23rd. So
where do we go to buy tickets for that?
Tickets go on sale this Saturday. Okay. And at 9 a.m. to noon here in the lobby of BHS. And after that, you can keep purchasing tickets starting on Tuesday.
Okay. Do they have to come to the high school to purchase?
Come to the high school, in the activities office.
Okay.
So activity tickets work if you
Okay.
have one, but just make sure you bring it to present when you purchase the tickets or come in to get your ticket. And then make sure you have that activity card at the door as well.
Because it's for a specific showtime that you're purchasing your tickets
Yep,
for.
yep, and it's reserved seating, and they do sell it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's been
so
very
get your
popular.
tickets early.
Orchestra concert. There's got to be one coming up soon.
There is one coming up Monday's December 16th.
Okay.
And it'll be at 7 o'clock in Josted Gym.
Is
And
that the full orchestra? So every
everybody,
orchestra.
yeah. And then this one's always exciting for the high school orchestras. We do full orchestra, so we'll feature a song with just the strings, but then we also bring in winds and percussion and brass and that. So, and it's the only time we get to do that in the year. So it's really awesome that we can have that opportunity to experience that.
I would always encourage people to come early because with 500 students participating in this, the gym is full.
It gets full. Yeah,
it's pretty full. It's great. Was there a live stream last year? I feel like
there was.
Okay.
Yep. All of our concerts are live streamed. So if you have family, on the West Coast or East Coast or anywhere, I think we had a dad that was up in Canada on our last concert.
Nice.
And he was able to watch the high school concert live because he wasn't able to be there. So. It's really
well, and
nice
we'll make sure at the
that.
Arts Council that we put up your live stream so that way people know where to get it. So if you want to head to the Arts Council website on that day, we'll make sure we let you know on how to do that. We'll also have information coming out about Mary Poppins, so that way a little gentle reminder of tickets and stuff to come up.
Awesome.
And to come out to all the orchestra concerts to support our amazing orchestra here in town.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks,
Kathy, for coming out today and letting me talk.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.